So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a group focus that will be used as a menu in a reusable header. Something just like this. When I click on the menu, you can see my group focus with all of the different options that I have. This is using a repeating group inside of the group focus. So let's go ahead and see what I needed to do to get this set up. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to put a group focus onto the element as a reusable element. That's what this header is. Now, if you did not watch the other video on how to create your reusable header, go ahead and check out that video so you can get up to speed with what was done to set everything else up inside of here. There are two other image logos that were part of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and just click onto the page with that group focus. Now that group focus element is there. I need to, just like in the past, select its reference element. So I will do that with the Google material icon. I'm going to come into here and set up my settings. My container layout is going to be aligned to parent. That's because I'm going to want the child element that I end up placing in there, which will be a repeating group, to actually be using the non-ants and be in the center non-ant. Now I'm going to put this width at 320. I will let it be a fixed width. I do need to get this appearance set up though so that I have the offset so I can get it into the correct position. I'm going to go ahead and offset that by about 260 so it looks like it lines up directly with the edge of my reusable header. And now in this layout, I want to come back to my height. I'm going to put the minimum height at 60 here. I'm going to leave the fixed height unchecked, and I'm going to keep the fit height to content checked. Now, I've already created the repeating group that's going to be holding on to my menu items, and I already have my database set up to have the option set for my menu items. I have made videos on this process before with the repeating group, so if you have not seen that, go ahead and go check that out. So what I'm going to do is just go into another area of my app and I'm going to copy and paste that repeating group in. Okay, so I have copied and pasted my repeating group element inside of the group focus. Again, if you haven't watched the video, go ahead and watch the video. I will show you a little bit about what's going on inside of here though. The group that is actually the container of the repeating group that has been placed inside of the group focus, it is in the centered non-ant right here. That group also has a line to parent as its layout type. And then inside of here I have this group, and that should also be in the centered non-ant, and that would also be aligned to parent. And then inside of that is your repeating group. It is also aligned to parent and in the centered non-ant. And then inside of there, we have the group that is fixed with its layout, but it isn't in the center non-ant of its parent. And then we have the text to actually display the values that would be seen. So when we go in and preview this page, we should be seeing the same functionality that we're looking for here. So if I click, didn't put in the functionality to actually show that element. So let's get back into it and let's get our group right opened, which is where we have the material icon. I'm going to click on appearance and start edit the workflow. Here I'm going to say element actions and I'm going to show an element. And the element that I'm going to be showing is the group focus element that I've just placed onto the page and put the repeating group into. So let's go ahead and see if we've got that functioning now. So let's click on here and there you go. You've got your elements that are set up to be able to be clicked on to have a navigation. Now, one thing to point out here, which you might have picked up on, there is a bug, and this bug is related to the group focus element, and in some way, for some reason, it's causing an issue with the page. Now, what's going on? Refresh this page right now to see this. You can see that there is a scroll bar and this page is scrollable. Now, the settings on the page for which this is actually on are not such that it should be scrolling. The other issue as well that you can see is when we click onto the menu item to see it in our group focus, that scroll bar disappears. Now, this is actually how the page should be looking because that's how the page is set up. It should not be having a scroll bar. Yes, I've already reported a bug to Bubble about it, and hopefully they will make a fix there. But ultimately, you are able to at least get your group focus set up and ready to be used within the new responsive engine to show your users a list of options as a sort of profile menu option. Thanks for watching the video. Hope that you found this helpful. If you'd like to be able to get editor access, please make sure that you check out the site, NoCodeTrainer.com. The link is in the description to the video, where you'll be able to gain access into the editor and be able to check out how things were set up within the application itself.